On. It's Friday. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network. How are you all doing, TGIF? Every day's the same to me, in a certain way. I live my work. It is April 19th. It is an interesting energy kind of a time. There's a lot of intensity. We'll just put it that way. This week of April, for some reason, historically, there are a lot of really awful things in history that have happened in this particular week. So we really have to kind of, let's meditate extra. Let's do some extra peace out time over the weekend, especially. I've just been kind of holding my breath, like, let's keep the vibration calm. Let's keep the frequency calm. I want to recommend that I have every single Tuesday at 20 on Tuesdays, the guided meditation for a healed America. Those are good meditations just to get calm too. So that's all free. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com and just sign on for 20 on Tuesdays. You will receive the guided meditation recorded, even if you don't come on Tuesday nights, even if you're not able to make it. So, thank you for your compliments on my song. I'm going to talk about my song and what my vision is. It involves you all. I happen to have this on my sitting on my desk. You need calm for sure. No, really, I'm serious. So, no, remember this from 2020? Cheryl's here from Maine. I hope you got your basement dried out. So yeah, I mean, I can't give you the exact years about this week of in history, but I do know Waco, Columbine, Oklahoma City bombing, and there are other things that have happened. So, if you go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com and you sign on for 20 on Tuesdays, if the recording's not there, I don't know if Terry's in the house tonight, but if you go there and you don't see the recording from Tuesday night, just let me know. Since about 2 years ago, I've been doing this. So these guided meditations are really great just to use, just to get in the mode of, okay, now I need to calm down, okay? And Gloria's vouching for that. It's really, most of what I do is a public service in the spirit of saving our democracy. I was reflecting today. I'm always reflecting on something. Thank you, Warren. I was reflecting today on the fact that if you think about maybe 10 years ago, if you think about what you were doing, what your focus was on, say 10 years ago, so like 2014. Think about, I'm your happy time, that's great. Think about, 10 years ago, 2014, right around that time, like, we weren't thinking about all these things, were we? Dale saying she listens to the guided meditations and finds them mind-altering. Well, that's a good way to get, kind of get a buzz, right? Reflect on how much has changed in terms of, like, we were, say even 8 years ago, 9 years ago, we were really in a different place where we were focused on our lives, just our own little corner of the world, wherever we are. We were focused more on like our insular worlds. And since the advent of the loser and all that we've been through in this country, like when it really got ramped up and it got real negative and real challenging, our focus shifted in general from, in 2014 you had your focus on Hillary, yeah. So it really shifted in general from many of us kind of being pushed to go from our insular worlds to, okay, we're part of a greater, this is bigger, you know? And so I'm mentioning this because I think you all can relate. Terry, is the 20 on Tuesdays guided meditation each week posted on the Grassroots of Democracy website? She'll let us know. So, do you guys agree with me? Do you know what I mean? We were really focused more on ourselves. And now we're more focused on what we have to contribute to the world. I know it's a big news day. You know me. We'll get to it. The meditations are not posted on the Grassroots of Democracy website. There's probably a reason for that. I think it's okay to put them. I think it's okay to put them on. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com if you haven't already, and just put your name on the email list. You'll get all the notes. You'll get everything, even if you can't attend the meetings. I'm going to start tonight with a rune stone. Yes, President Obama made us feel safe. That is true. Well, I really see a flip side of all this negativity and darkness that we've been in. And the flip side of it is that we can't pretend that we're all just living on our own little islands. I'm kind of on an island, but I mean, manner of speaking. The meditations are audio only. Oh yeah, in case you're self-conscious about that. So I have a rune card to guide us through. Thank you for your compliments. I'm just here for the glamour. I'm just kidding. I'm here for all of us. And I'm here to inspire you all to do the same. No man is an island. I really am. I'm here to inspire you all to do the same. And some people, much to my joy, have reported to me that because of me, they've gotten more involved. That's how it works. We're all influencing one another. The rune card that I'm going for, I pulled this, it's the last one. This one. So this is a group rune reading. And this is called Pear Throw. Pear Throw. Get a pear and throw it. No. Has to do with all of creation lies within us, external and internal. All can be both remembered and alchemized. Victory and trauma by your will. The fates may preside, but do not doubt your power of deduction and choice. So as I speak about external and internal, I mean, I guess I just kind of left out the part that in order to be more of service, thank you for your donation, Gloria. In order to be more of service, we have to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves too. Critically important. All right, let's read what the affirmation is for this one. It's associated with the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, and Justice. Feel the feeling, the emotional feeling of justice happening. And the invocation is, against all odds we are able. We pull from the strings that tie us and weave those of our blood before us, those of our ancestry. The tapestry of our future is guided by our hands as well. The treasures are there for our taking, adding to our personal constellation and enhancing our word. It's really about thinking about what you want to create, both individually and collectively. All right, I'm putting the stones back, and we'll go over some of the things that are going on today in the news, but I don't think we can get to all of them because there's too much. Michael is feeling better. Good. I didn't know you weren't feeling well, but good, you're good. We help each other to feel good around here. I do have another song. I'm not going to make you sit through it, but I do have another song that's finished. It's called We've Got to Come Together. You did some anger management work by pulling weeds. That's good. So today, it took me a little while to reel myself in from the news of the man who set himself on fire. I recommend that, I didn't watch a video, I'm sure there's a video out there of this poor man setting himself on fire. I won't, there's no way I won't. I didn't watch the George Floyd video. I didn't even see the 9/11 videos till months later. I will not watch that kind of thing. But I did hear the story, like we all heard the story, outside of the courtroom. They had just finally settled on a jury, the jurors, and I do think that's going to still continue to be in flux and change. I don't feel like it wasn't somewhat connected to MAGA, even though we're hearing that it wasn't. So, you can't hit the thumbs up, it's not working. Oh dear. Keep trying. Maybe reboot. We'll do a group hug in a moment. So I'll talk about the tough stuff first, and then we'll do the group hug, and it'll make us feel better. And thumbs up always make us feel better. I know, Warren, you told me. All I want to do is pray for that man. All I want to do is pray for that man. If he was in that much emotional, I get that it was emotional pain, obviously, and it also was a manic state where he doesn't, I don't feel like he knew what he was doing. That makes two men that have done the fire thing. Who was the first one? He was passing out papers full of conspiracy theories. So from Florida, only a tortured soul could do that. That's somebody who's not in their body. And let's hope that if it's for the highest good of all, that he survives. Or we'll just kind of leave it at that. He is critical, yeah. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to go through the rest of my life with those kind of burns. It's unbelievable. And it's really devastating to everyone who was there, and I'm sure they can't unsee it. So please say a prayer, just for the highest good. Let's, sorry for the moss spelling. Are you making a joke? So let's do a group hug. You know, like I just mentioned at the start, this is a really tense time of the year. And actually, now I was listing a few things that have happened this week throughout history that have been devastating. I was in the recording studio in Nashville in 2012, and I remember having the TV on in the break room, and there was somebody shooting at Virginia Tech. That also was in April. So let's do a group hug and think about healing. Think about raising the frequency so nothing else bad happens. Yeah, so Michael's saying it will take years of skin grafts and surgeries. Yeah, he might not want to live. Ready? Group hug. Feel the love and raise the energy with your hug. It's lifting up. It's lifting up. Last night, I turned on the news and Israel was bombing Iran. I'm telling you. But I don't want anybody here to think that it's the end of the world. We're birthing a new world. I also saw clips of, after watching Trump and hearing about his ugliness and all this insanity that's going on there, I was watching a video of Biden talking to the United Steelworkers, the union. And I really recommend that you balance out the slime-ridden, evil, disgusting, criminal, cult energy of Trump. And you balance that out, not only with the meditation, but balance it out with watch what Joe Biden is up to. If you want optimism, if you want hope, 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 look at what Joe Biden is up to. Besides the fact that it's largely because of Joe Biden that these wars are kind of being contained. So I watched a little bit of what Trump was doing, saying, and let me put on my nope pin. And then shortly afterwards, and Midas Touch is doing this now, and it's great. Yes, group hug filled with love and healing. Midas Touch is doing this now, and it's great, and I'm really glad that they're doing this. When you see the contrast, the law of contrast says, when you feel really, really, really intensely one way, and we'll just say for the sake of discussion, if you feel deeply, intensely the negativity that in one direction, boy, does it make you want to focus on the good. And that can create the energy that catapults us into the good energy. So, what am I pulling cards about? I'm going to pull 3 cards about the man who lit himself on fire, and whether that's going to what it's going to lead to. So very thankful for President Biden, and put your focus on Biden. And the thing that was so palpable to me when I was watching the video of Joe Biden, I think it was yesterday, speaking to the United Steelworkers, the union, you just could feel it. You could feel the love. Jackie saying the guy said he loved Biden and Biden said he loved him too. You could really, it was palpable. You could feel the love. And that's why I'm talking about the law of contrast. Because when you're watching Trump and like people are saying he's even farting smelly farts in court and everyone's like, oh, I mean, so you think of that, like the epitome of disgusting and revolting. I don't know how Melania can stand to be around him, and she's never around him, so she probably can't. And then, so you just like, it's the polar opposite. And then you switch to Joe Biden, and I watched the video of him speaking to the steelworkers. You can feel the love just watching the video. Your union family, yeah, you can feel it. It will give you hope, I promise. So I wanted to share that with you because I feel it's going to make all the difference. Biden has so much love in his heart, and he's a Scorpio. He's very emotional. I mean, feels deeply. And speaking of, who are you saying? Oh, Melania? Can't smell him? No, I think she can. I've seen the faces she's made around him. Yeah, you're a Scorpio, Jackie. I have Scorpio rising. The full moon coming up is in Scorpio. And I do have an announcement about Spirit Talk Podcast. We're actually going to do Spirit Talk Podcast next week instead of the week after, because I'm going to be a little bit busy moving the week after. So Spirit Talk Podcast is going to be on Monday at 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'll remind you. So I'm just reading on the aftermath of this man who set himself on fire. The Three of Swords, it's really, really painful for more than just him. Dale's moon is in Scorpio. It's really upsetting. It's upsetting to people. The mainstream media is missing in action when it comes to covering Trump, the campaign, and the rest. I did receive, who sent me a petition today calling out, this is why we meet for grassroots of democracy. Yes, I'm staying in Gloucester. I'm just going down the street. Come to Grassroots of Democracy or get the notes, because there is an organization out there, and I had been talking about this, that the news needs to start covering the actual news and the truth about Trump and all that. Jackie prayed for that man. Yeah, it was a very upsetting thing. So this is about the man who set himself on fire, how heartbreaking it is. The Seven of Swords. I'm really getting that his... Now, I mean, there are things going on in the world that we don't know, that we could believe a whole lot of stuff. There's always things going on, you know, that we will never know about, like the alien cover-up, for instance. Yes, I just said that. John saying, our beloved President Biden is such a beloved person and human being. You try to catch his videos when he's visiting other cities. Good. Good, you're good. Yeah, do. It will bring you up. You pray for him almost every day. I pray for him. I pray for the whole country every day. And I think most of you do too, or intend good things. The Seven of Swords is saying that this man had his mind stolen from him. Yeah, so I was just saying about aliens, you know, I was just making the point that there's so much going on that we don't know. It is true. There's a lot going on that's being hidden. There's a lot of dark money. There's a lot of, you know, the 1% of the population is running the entire planet. There's a lot of that, right? And so you can go all on conspirator, you know, conspiracy believer. You can go all in. Or you can have your critical thinking and your cognitive function working well enough that you can kind of sift through and stay in balance. He clearly couldn't. So the Seven of Swords is kind of saying that his mind was stolen from him. The reason I brought up aliens being covered up is because it is true that the government has covered up what they know about ETs, and I don't think that that's like not common knowledge. Do I wish you wish the United States, David Bent from Australia, would now recognize Palestine as a state? Australia is heading in that direction. I thought that's what Biden was calling for. The situation in the Middle East is so overwhelming. I don't have the bandwidth. I mean, I do check in to see what's going on there, but it's very horrifying to tune into. So the man, his brain was stolen by conspiracy theories. And the magician is saying, I think that changes are going to be made outside the courthouse. Yeah, burn pain is the worst pain that a person can endure, Joe's saying. Yeah, it's very tragic. The magician is saying that there will be changes made around. I guess he was in an area where people are, you know, legally allowed, if you're going to protest or demonstrate or have something to say, you know, like stay in this little cordoned off area. And I don't think that they're going to have that anymore. Yeah, the magician card is telling me there will be changes made, because that was just like, that was a near-death thing. The guy almost died. But his brain was stolen from him. And the irony for me is that, I don't know if many people check my community page, but I just did a long post this morning, before this, a few hours before he set himself on fire. I did a long post, you may have seen it, about cult mind. And I, on my morning walk, was reflecting on how we say, we've coined the phrase, drank the Kool-Aid. And I really was thinking about that a lot this morning. And commenting on how, what a cult does, or somebody who's caught up in conspiracy theories, which is the same thing. Their brains are stolen from them. And they will do things that, I literally was saying this morning, they will do things to harm themselves. They will go that far. as to cause harm to themselves. I don't remember exactly what I said in that post, but if you, Deborah read it, that was a couple, 2-3 hours before that guy set himself on fire. It was in the air. It was in the air. So it does look like they're going to make changes around the courthouse. Let's ask the pendulum. And I don't pray for that man to survive. I really don't. I pray for the highest good to happen. Because what kind of life is that? Michael wasn't online today. Okay, so you would have to be at your lowest. Yeah, he was at his lowest, and he also was riddled with conspiracy theories. Thomas is here to lighten the mood with more Friday night dad jokes. Let's hear it. Dale doesn't understand how that can happen. Don't even get me started, because I'll just go on a whole talk about cults. Yeah, I hope for him that he transitions too. Are they going to make changes around the court? Are they going to make changes around the courthouse? They're going to make changes around the courthouse. Let's ask this. Are they going to make that area not available for protesters? It looks like they're going to make that they're not going to make that. It will no longer be available for people to legally be there outside the courthouse and protest. It's not safe. The dad jokes are here to lighten us up. PNN at Psychic Annette Dion. That's my YouTube channel name. At Psychic Annette Dion. Home of the group hugs and the dad jokes. Space dad joke. If you look really, really closely, you can see the wrinkles between the rings of Uranus. Come on, Thomas. You can do better. We love you. Let's do this. Let's go to the Guardian of the Night cards for a moment. Jackie liked it. Joe liked it. Oh, Catherine liked it. You're cracking everyone up. We're glad you made it. I'm glad you're all here. And I just want to say, I'm so grateful that I can count on you to show up and just, be a community like we are. I have a dream that someday we'll all meet in person. All right, I am going to pull 3 cards about the Democrats. Oh, and Adolf Hitler was born on April 20th. Yeah, it's a really weird week. I've asked astrologers about it. We can all meet at Cape Ann on the beach. My thought is to meet in Maine. 3 cards about the Democrats. Three cards about the Democrats, just in general. Both my mom and sister's birthday is 4/20, Rose was saying. Yeah, I know. I mentioned Columbine. Christina's saying April 20th is also the 25-year anniversary of Columbine. Never forget that day. The Democrats. Okay, so we're getting... We just got the 3 of Swords in the deck that I was using, the Darkwood Tarot, in this deck. We just got the 3 of Swords about the man who set himself on fire. I'm asking about the Democrats, and I have the 3 of Swords. Yeah, so, you are loved. That's why I put that sign up tonight. I want everybody to feel loved. And if you don't feel loved, ask us for some love right here in the chat. If you feel like you need a little bit more love, ask us to send it to you, and we will. Because there's a lot of people having a really hard time, and I'm reading on the Democrats. It's been heartbreaking. I know we want Donald Trump in jail. I know we want him put in jail. But what's going on is heartbreaking. How about meeting in Rhode Island? I know, I've seen a picture of Taylor Swift's house in Rhode Island. Thank you, Annie. I appreciate all you that donate very, very much. the world, so as the Democrats, as the thinking politicians are looking at the world, they're kind of devastated. That will be the Democrats. They're kind of devastated about what's going on in the world. But the Ace of Wands it's making their message, the Democrats' message, just so strong. So strong. Yeah, come to New England, Michael. It's beautiful here. I'm sure it's beautiful where you are, too. Star Wars dad joke. How did the space teddy bear cross the road? He walked. Christine needs some love. Okay, send Christine. We're doing it. We're doing this. We're sending you love. We don't have to keep doing group hugs, but we're just sending you love. Send Christine some love. Come to Church of Spirituality. If it's not on my new channel, it'll be on this channel. I haven't figured it out yet. I'll tell you more about that during my break. As far as the Democrats, it's really hard. What's going on in the world right now, it's really hard. We're going through some hard stuff. But we'll get through it. The Ace of Wands indicates the message for democracy is going to get really, really strong. I love Cape Ann too, Michael Garrity. And apparently everybody else does too, which is why the rents here are the same as LA. It's not easy. It's not easy. It really isn't. Cannot believe how high the rents are. It's just like, who makes that kind of money? I don't. Not yet. Michael wants to go through Hammond Castle again. That place is getting really popular too. Alright, picking up the pace. I keep having visions of Marjorie Trader Green being arrested. I keep having this overwhelming sense of her just... And when you think about it, she's really violating everything. You watched a wonderful old movie about people in Maine recently. Deep Waters really lifted your spirits. Think we would enjoy it. Okay, Deep Waters. I'll check it out. Marjorie Trader Green, we're going to read on her, but of course you know we're going to go to our nefarious cards. Yes, it's getting like that in Maine for sure. Believe me. I've thought about moving. It's interesting because when I lived in Nashville and I left, it was like, I'm leaving right in time. You know, everybody's moving here. And then I come back here. It's like, everybody's moving here now. And now you know, Maine's so nice. Oh, everybody's moving here now. It's just the world is getting more populated. People are living longer. Yeah, Marjorie Trader Green, I keep seeing an arrest. And I've always said, not that, just to switch countries for a second. I've always seen Netanyahu under arrest. Is she getting money from Putin? Well, what's becoming very clear is she's working for the Kremlin. They might as well just come out and say it. Their fellow Republicans are saying it. They're saying that they're wanting Putin to win. It's just coming out of their mouths, like Dan Crenshaw. And some of them are saying Moscow March. I mean, I guess in a way you can look at it from the angle that it's undeniable now, so it's not like you have to go, like I was always saying before, they should all have signs on the back that say they work for Putin. That was a couple of years ago I was saying that. And it was, people were kind of acting like I was being, you know, over dramatic and, you know, like that couldn't be happening. And now it's just so great that it's out there. Marjorie couldn't be more of a nasty person. She's literally angry at the United States of America for wanting to help. She's angry at the United States of America for wanting to help Ukraine, and she's calling Ukraine our enemy. Is Marjorie Trader Green a Russian foreign agent too? Yes. So I'm pulling 3 cards. You're eating jelly beans? I could go for a jelly bean right now. They're just saying it now. They're working for Putin. She seems desperate to not help Ukraine. She's wanting to oust MAGA Mike Johnson because he's gonna do his job. He's gonna do his job of saving democracy in Europe. She's wanting him ousted because he wants to save. Well, I can't even say he's had a change of heart. I think that Mike Johnson is cornered and he cannot play a completely losing hand. It's just, he'll have the whole world mad at him. So glad he came to his senses. And one thing that tells me that MAGA Mike, don't get me wrong, I have nothing positive to say about him, really. But MAGA Mike is not as much of an iceberg as Donald Trump. And what I mean by that is, I think that MAGA Mike loves his son who's going into the Navy. And I don't think that Donald Trump loves his children. I read on it the other night. I read that MAGA Mike would be out, but it wouldn't be because of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Somebody's sending hugs. Send hugs. Sending love to Juanita. Did Juanita need a little love? You are loved. Okay, so tomorrow they do a vote, right? They are sending aid to Ukraine. I want you all to know that I've been saying it all along. The aid package will get to Ukraine. I didn't say it would happen right away. You've all been with me. But I never saw Ukraine not getting the aid. I was very agitated at how long it was taking, like we all were. Jeffries implied that the Dems will prop up MAGA Mike to get this done. Of course, yes. This is not a political game. Warren is asking for some love in TLC because he's sneaking around and he's tiptoeing around. Send Warren some love. He's saying we all do. I'm kidding with you. Spring dad joke. I tried to catch the fog, but I missed. Very good. I might have to play my other song for you. It has fog. It has the word fog in it. You have to beg me to play the other song that I recorded. I don't want to take up all our time. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yes, she's about to get hit. She's about to get hit with accountability for her crimes. She is a traitor. She's standing up there. She's going on all these news media outlets, all the right-wing extremist media outlets, and she's yelling and she's angry that MAGA Mike won't help Putin. Paul Gosard not wants Mike Johnson removed. Can you rephrase that so it makes sense, James? Can you? Please? So I know what you really mean. Yeah, Five of Swords. She's got it coming to her. And the death card. Marge is done. This doesn't mean literal death. It means she's done. She's done. Yeah, the Republicans are calling her Moscow Marge. She's holding on to secrets. She's holding on to secrets. Where can you send me a donation? In the description there should be. It's all there in the description. Thank you. She's a mean person. Did I ever... You might have heard me say before... I mentioned it in a Spirit Talk podcast the other day that because I do read past lives, and when I tune into Marjorie's past life, because some people, you just got to figure it out, because it's just so curious. She was she tortured people in the torture chamber. She knows it's why she's yelling. Boy. Hit the $, that's how you donate. Warren, we all love you. Let's ask some questions about her, about Marge. Will Marjorie Taylor Greene, will she be indicted? Yes, most definitely. She's a sadist. Same post office box. P.O. Box 5295. I got your check. You had it right. 5295. Gloucester, Mass. 01930. Marjorie Trader Green is going to be indicted. Gloucester. She's going to be indicted. Let's ask this. Oh, did Hakeem Jeffries call her Moscow Marjorie Trader Green? Okay, so now what's happening? Yeah. Now what's happening is, it's interesting. Because we're seeing the backfire. We're seeing the boomerang. We're seeing the boomerang effect. Where what she's doing. So Hakeem Jeffries is calling her Moscow Marjorie Trader Green. So it's coming back. What Trump was doing, calling Joe Biden for years, Sleepy Joe Biden. Ba-bum, it's coming back. Is Marjorie Trader Green going to go to prison? Well, I'm not really sure if that's not being influenced by my desire, but it doesn't feel like it. It's coming full circle. She's a traitorous, treasonous traitor to our country. The traitorous, treasonous traitor. Who does that? Honestly, I mean, today I was just like, thinking that I needed to share that we can't start to get kind of immune to what's going on here. Let's all remember what it was like when our country functioned, when we expected people to be decent and to want to be genuinely patriotic. Thank you, Rose Ellen. Much appreciate. Yes. Excellent. She's a triple treat. You guys are funny when you misspell. She's a triple treat, all right? Kitty keeps asking me to read on Trump's verdict. I've read on that many, 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 many times. I mean, let me ask you this. Just out of curiosity, do you think that I think that Trump is going to get away with everything? Just wondering. Oh yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you get embarrassed for her. There's no way that Trump is going to get away with this. Yes. Everybody, let's do a little exercise. Joe was saying no. Let's do a little exercise. Because you're all psychic too. Does anybody here think that Donald Trump is going to get away with all of it? Let's pull 3 cards on Trump. Here's what really needs to happen when it comes to the loser. The main loser, the biggest loser. She should be made to visit the Holocaust Museum, I agree. And, yeah, the Democrats were on fire this week, because if you watch Jared Moskowitz tear into Marjorie Trader Green, you'll be like, yeah, no way, he's guilty. Yes, it's going to be guilty. He'll lose everything. He'll end up in some kind of hospital. I've been saying that for years. His karma's catching up with him. Do you know which house, this is a dad joke, do you know which house chore sucks the most? Vacuuming. Thomas, you can do better than that. We know you can. You've set the bar higher than that. You still want DNA on Trump? He did so. We're going to pull 3 cards about how he's doing. Yeah, Jared Moskowitz. Excellent. Excellent. They have had it. And if you can think about it, keep on sending the Democrats a lot of light and a lot of strength and a lot of positive energy. A lot. So we're reading on the loser, who stands out there outside the courthouse. There's something really wrong with the loser, that orange menace. There's something really wrong. Who stands out there, he leaves the courthouse, and he stands out there behind bars, and he whines and complains that they're not letting him say anything. They put a gag order on him, and he's going on, he's bashing everybody, and they put a gag order on me, and they put a gag, I'm not allowed to say anything. I can't say anything. They're not letting me say anything. Well, what is he doing? Are you guys with me? What is Trump doing while he's standing out there going, they won't let me say anything. They have me under a gag order. I can't say a thing. This is my First Amendment right being taken away. I'm not even, how many cameras are on him? How many cameras are on him? Can you say gaslighting? What you see in front of you is not really there. I'm not talking to everybody in front of a free press right now. I don't know. I guess to everybody else it's not as ludicrous as it is to me. He's literally speaking, saying he's not being allowed to speak. Sorry. I know I'm going on about it. This is where he is. He feels like everybody's stealing from him. Yeah, the irony is astounding. Thank you, Rose. That's what I'm talking about. I've never seen somebody do something like that where they're complaining that they're not being allowed to do something as they're doing it. Every time you see those hands going, he's lying. That's a good point. He thinks everybody's stealing from him. Everything he's doing, he's saying is being done to him. He's highly, highly volatile and highly, highly emotional. Yeah, Michael's saying he worked in the criminal justice system. You put people in jail for less than... We'll read on whether he's going to be put in jail. I got a yes before. And I think that remains. We're just sick of hearing someone whine about the same thing over and over. And then flip on and watch for Joe Biden. Dad joke, why does Dracula always bite people in the neck? Because he's a neck romancer. I think I didn't get that one. I usually get them. And the Five of Cups is loss. That's loss. That there is nothing happy about these cards. This is loss. This is feeling like he's losing everything, and he perceives it as being stolen from. And the Moon card is like amping up the emotional gut punch to the max. And so I know that we have a full moon coming up in Scorpio, because I just mentioned it a little while ago. And we're going to have a show before the full moon. We're going to have a show on Monday, Spirit Talk Podcast, with our resident astrologer. Trump for President. I like that. On Monday at 2:30 Eastern Time, we're going to have a Spirit Talk podcast. The full moon is in Scorpio. And this is like, so expect on Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, that does look like Jack Smith a little bit. If you kind of, it's Rasputin. No, it's not Rasputin. These are people in history that are, these cards are educational. Yeah, this is Rasputin. Because I have to go in the little book and read about this historic person. I don't want to get that one in it. Okay, all right. Sometimes I'm in my psychic brain too much to stop and figure out what something means. This is going to amp up the intensity of his really dark emotions. He's very depressed. He's very depressed. How depressed is Trump? Very. Very. Oh, thank you for your donation, Marby. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being mega depressed, how depressed is Trump right now? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's about at a 7 on the depression scale in terms of how deflated he is right now. Let's read on MAGA Mike and what's going to happen after he goes ahead and brings the vote to the floor. You were going to say something naughty? You can write something naughty out there, but I can't say it out loud. Unless there's no cuss words. Space Dad joke. I am Buzz Aldrin, second man to step on the moon. Kneel before me. That was pretty good. Okay. John fell off the wagon? Oh no! I haven't gone that far. Oh, who fell off the wagon? You. I told you that if you felt like giving the TV the finger, it's not going to hurt anybody, and it's healthier just to feel it. So thank you, Terry, for putting up the question. I just want to see if I can formulate a more specific question about MAGA Mike. What's going to happen? Well, first of all, is Ukraine aid going to pass? Which I don't really need to read. Is Ukraine aid going to pass? Yes. So we can take a moment. And stupid Trump, all this time he's been like a pro Putin, pro Russia, pro Putin, saying that it was genius that Putin invaded Ukraine all this time. And then now he's realizing that's an unpopular position. And now he's like saying, oh no, well, it's okay to help Ukraine. He needs to just sit down and shut up. Oh, gross, Michael. Okay, so if you're mad at Trump and you have to give the finger to the television, who is that hurting? Get it out of your system. What's going to happen when MAGA Mike brings the vote to the floor? It will pass. Ukraine aid will pass. And I did read on this many times, and I saw that once they got the aid, they'd be good. That would do it. MAGA Mike. He will face judgment. Well, from Marge and the others. But then the light is going to be shown. I can't show you all these cards because some of them are really naked. There's kind of naked and there's really naked. Trump is called Ebenezer Snooze. The Nod Father, I did see that. I posted it. And the Dawn Snore Alone? What's a snore alone? Okay. John feels better after you gave the TV the finger. See, I told you. You don't have to be nice all the time. Just don't hurt anybody. Don't hurt anybody's feelings. So as far as MAGA Mike goes, what this is going to do is it's going to shine the light. I think, whoops, I need to cover the naked people. I think that more and more light is going to be shown. Like I said, like Marge is basically mad because we're not helping Putin. In a nutshell, she's mad because we're not helping our enemy. MAGA Mike, the aid to Ukraine will pass. And that's going to shine a light brighter on who the real Putin Republicans are, like they're really working for Putin. And the lever card is indicative of MAGA Mike is going to kind of feel a little pressure off. I don't think he's any saint, believe me. Glad he's doing his job, but I'm not impressed with. That's kind of like when Pence did his job. It's like, you don't get a medal for that. You should have done your job. Glad he did it. Two things happening on Monday. Trial starts and decision on whether that 175,000. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that. No, I think it's already been determined. Well, maybe officially it will be, but the $175 million bond is not good. That money is not good. Let's read on that next. With that, the bond money is not good. it's not going to be accepted. Yes, McGovern. Yeah, McGovern. Yeah, I did hear McGovern. And I totally agreed with him. I'm like, yeah, MAGA Mike. I mean, I think that Mike Johnson is gonna have some hell to pay for his decision to do his job. But the cards that I just read on that were saying the Sun card is coming up a lot, and that's indicating that there's a lot that's coming to light. Then we just have to decide what to do about it, right? So what's going to come to light as a result of him doing his job is how much the Putin Republicans are anti-America and anti-democracy. Yeah, I like the nod father too for Trump. So this is about MAGA Mike himself. Yeah, he's going to surrender. This is going to it's going to clarify. He feels like he's in a corner, but he is doing the right thing. It's going to clarify who's on what side. I mean, we already know, but it's going to make it clearer and clearer. To the point that Fox is going to have to admit it. Fox propaganda channel. They're going to have to admit that MAGA Mike did what he needed to do. Brian saying, I've seen her in a tavern here. You've seen her? I don't know. If you want to know why the lover card has a puking female, it's a lesbian couple. These cards, where has I put the box? They're called magicians. This is the top of the box. Hang on a second. Where did it go? I just throw things. Anyway, I don't know who these characters are, but it's Eva Carrere and Juliette Bisson. I don't know their deal, but that's what the cards are complicated. This is the outcome from MAGA Mike, the hangman, is he's just surrendering. He's not really worried about keeping his job as speaker. So he's just going to let the chips fall where they will. And anybody would definitely be, he's under pressure from the entire freaking world. Dad joke. Did you hear the one about the dog in the tree? They had a long conversation about bark. That's cute. That's a dad joke. And that's what Mike wants. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Tina Rogers. You love my song? All right, hang on a second. Because while I have you here, because it's relevant, there were 2 songs that I recorded. I'm going to play you the other one. Even though the sound quality isn't good. It's called We've Got to Come Together. It's only a few minutes. Everything's falling around me. Fog so thick I can hardly see. Nothing is holding me up. Everyone's had enough. No one is really connecting. We act like we are upset and feel like we're drowning in sorrow that'll come to an end. We've got to come together in every kind Whenever there is a challenge, we turn our doubt into courage. There's nothing we cannot do when we are guided by love. We give not into temptation. Our faith is helping our patience. Reaching out into space and throughout all of time. We've got to come together in every kind of weather. We're stronger by oh so much more when we're all joined as one. We'll be like a wave that's crashing, driven by divine passionate action. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. We've got to come together in every kind of weather. We are stronger by oh so much more when we are all joined as one. Be like a wave that's crashing, driven by divine passionate action. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. Come together and this world will be saved. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. Come together and this world will be saved. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. I want you to sing that all weekend. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. Thank you for indulging me. I wrote that when I went away in November to a retreat in Saco, Maine. Thank you. So my records, I'm going to answer a couple more questions and read some tea leaves. Don't leave yet. If you want to donate to my record, you can do that. If it goes into the tip jar, I'll use that directly for the record. There's a few people here that are donating substantially. My record, Songs for Democracy, is completely going to be funded by the fans here. So just know that when you donate, when you put it in the tip jar, or if you send me a check and you notate this is for the record, it'll go directly to the studio. I should send Taylor Swift I have a little story about Taylor Swift. This is true. Back in 2008-9, I moved back from Nashville, back here in 2002, and I was making trips to Nashville, and so I brought some songs to, gosh, I don't know which record label it was, to an A&R person. I brought some of my songs to an A&R person. Must have been Taylor's label at the time, and they listened to my songs, and then the person I was talking to said, well, we're kind of looking for Taylor Swift kind of like stuff. And back then she wasn't a big, huge deal. She was just kind of up and coming. And I couldn't stand her because of that. Anyway, that's all changed now. A man walks into a pet store and asks for a dozen bees. The clerk carefully counts 13 bees out onto the counter. That's one too many, says the customer. The clerk replies, it's a freebie. Oh my goodness, now I'm getting a little wacky. Anyway, so I'm in this meeting with this person at I think it was either a label or a publishing company. This is a while back and I'm like, who's this Taylor Swift? I guess she came out with not one but 2 records today. I mean, that's some real power. I would love to have Taylor Swift do my Democracy song. We won't be backing now. Let's pull 3 more cards to get us through the weekend. I know there's so much more news to go over, but let's just pull 3 cards to get us through the weekend. We'll go with the nature cards. Thank you, Tina! I have a friend whose name is Tina, and her birthday's today. I need to send her a card. An e-card. Taylor Swift, I mean, she's a huge inspiration, and she's really sending the message out that you can, in fact, make money from your music, which is hard to do nowadays. 3 community cards, and then we'll do some tea leaves. Yeah, Taylor Swift is amazing. I'm not a listener to her songs. To me, she was the competition. Yeah, I don't. Thank you, Electra Storm. Yeah, I'm not a fair judge of Taylor Swift because I don't listen to her. Maybe I got an attitude when someone didn't want to listen to me because they said she was all they wanted to listen to. Way back when. 3 cards. My music getting out there is going to be pretty dependent on everybody here. Yeah, I like Taylor Swift. She's wonderful. Okay. So, cards for the weekend. The reason I wrote a song about January 6th, well, it was for many reasons, but it's really important. And if you want a copy of either of those 2, the first 2 songs on my record, if you want a copy. Oh, you posted my song on X today. Yikes. Not that I care. Not that I have a problem with that. Elon makes me nervous. 6 of Swords. We're going to hear a lot more about January 6th. We know that Trump is going to be sort of running on that. I don't see him as a candidate for president. Karl Marx is an historically famous philosopher, but no one ever mentions his sister Anya, the inventor of the starting pistol. These are getting too deep. Anya Marx. All right. Oh my gosh, getting loopy now. Where's Damon? I'm going to a 420 concert tomorrow night. I won tickets, and I don't really have anyone to go with. Anyway, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords over the weekend. Be ready. Well, I do see MAGA Mike, metaphorically speaking, falling on his sword. I do see that. We're going to see MAGA Mike fall on the sword and take one for the team. Electra Storm, it took you a minute to get... Thank you, John! My record will be a big success. And I think I've collected enough for the next 2 songs. I called someone, my mixing engineer friend, who's worked with the creme de la creme in the industry. So that's great. So thank you. The funds will really make a big, big difference. It'll make it happen. I don't know where Clarence is, and Damon's not here either. I won't give up PNN. Good Lord. I can't leave you guys. You guys are going to make the record happen. I can't leave you. Over the weekend, we're going to see MAGA Mike fall on his sword. That's a good thing. We're going to start hearing more about January 6th. Maybe that's just the cards. This is my guide saying, you're going to help me to get out my song about January 6th called We Won't Be Backing Down. 10 of Cups. It's actually going to be good, not bad over the weekend. Did I miss something that you wanted me to see? And I still have tea leaves to read. And they're all in the bottom of the cup. That's interesting. You saw Clarence in a few other chats today? He's chat jumping. Before I read the tea leaves, I can't believe I've been on so long. Thank you for being here, and thank you for hitting the thumbs up, and please subscribe if you don't already. You guys are so awesome. You make me want to come back again and again. So I do. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we do this live stream where it's a party. It's not just me reading cards. There's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy the party atmosphere. Once in a while, I'll throw up a pre-recorded video. On Sundays, I have Church of Spirituality. I think the new channel is working. If you're not watching Church of Spirituality, you're missing out on an opportunity to make your life just more exciting and better. When you become a member, you receive an affirmation in your inbox every single day. I don't know where the time went. I feel like I'm in a time warp, Joan. Church of Spirituality has been on this channel. I have a new channel. It's on Sundays at 1 Eastern Time, 1 p.m. If you don't find it at my new channel at Church of Spirituality, I'll be here. I'll be at one place or the other. So please check it out. They're all there for you to watch. There's music. There's a really important message. It's spiritually uplifting. Aw, thank you. Time does fly. If anybody needs any love sent to them before we leave tonight, just let us know so we can send you hugs. I'm not done yet. Grassrootsdemocracy.com. We have a book club tomorrow. I kind of forgot. We're looking at Barbara McQuaid's book. What is it? Terry, can you put up the name of the book? Something from Within. And we have a work meeting tomorrow. We meet 3 times a week. Grassrootsdemocracy.com. Please join us. We have the best note taker in the world, Terry. She's so great at everything. She keeps me sane. We all need someone to keep us sane. The Enemy from Within. You must be talking about something else. Substack. I'm on Substack. Please go to Substack and subscribe. It's free. Grassroots of Democracy group. Okay? Yeah, Barbara McQuaid, the name of the book. I don't want to grab my phone and look it up again. So, and also I got an email from Country First, Adam Kinzinger's organization, and guess what? They're having a book club, and guess what book they're reading? We're all one mind. And oh, that's what you were saying. Sorry. Oh, wait. Yes, sorry. It's something about the enemy within. The Enemy from Within. Is that the name of it? Sorry, I was thinking of too many things. If you are a member, when you're a member, if you're at the upper 2 levels, which isn't expensive, it's just like a month, it's a monthly subscription. You're invited to a psychic party with us the last Saturday of the month. We have a psychic party, and we have a lot of fun. There's no telling what we'll be doing at our psychic party. So please join us for that. It's a way to support our channel, me and the guides, and Attack from Within. Thank you. That's Barbara McQuaid's book. I always forget something because I'm doing so many things. All right, thank you for being so wonderful. In the position of the sun, I see. You guys tell me what you see, because I see a big, like a big whale, like a sperm whale. Do you see a whale? Does that look like a whale? That looks like a whale, which means big things come into light. It looks kind of like a humpback too. Where's my pointer? Let me use this. Oh no, here's my pointer. So that looks like a whale. That's big things coming to light. So that's like the 5th time tonight I saw the sun. Big things around the sun. A whale breaching, yeah. Big things around the sun. Big positive news around the sun. Ukraine getting their aid could be pretty big. Also, at the bottom of the cup, what do you guys see? I'm going to let you tell me what you see, and I'll tell you what I see. I see another whale, actually. This looks... You see a wolf or a dog at the bottom of... Okay, so this is what's coming up in the near future. Are you talking about the bodega stop in Harlem? Yeah, that was all staged, by the way, when Trump went there. You see a wolf dog, and okay, it looks to me like that looks like a shark attacking a seal. I don't mean to make it sound violent, but it does look like something that's caught something else, right? And to me, it feels like that feels like Trump. He's just becoming, he'll have to succumb. As he's going for this, he's not going to get there because he will be stopped. Looks like a mermaid. Yeah, it's interesting. Someday I'll have a tea leaf reading class. I think that would be fun. After I move and everything. Well, I am really flattered that you chose to spend your Friday evening with me. And I'm really excited for your help on my record. Before we go, I just want to say I'm doing this, getting the song out about January 6th, and the song We've Got to Come Together. The We've Got to Come Together isn't quite finished yet. I'm going to add more tracks. But I'm doing it the way the Grateful Dead did it. They just got their fans to spread their music. So it's up to you. If you want me to send you a copy of the song that's shareable, I think Terry might have put it on the grassrootsofdemocracy.com website. That's our plan. Last dad joke. Where do you take someone who's been injured in a peekaboo accident to the ICU? You thought it looked like a mermaid too? Everyone's saying mermaid. Remind me on Monday, I'll tell you what the mermaid means. I think that's everything. So send me an email, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com, to get a shareable copy of my songs. All right? Thank you. Love you. I hope I didn't keep you too long. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps my numbers. Bye. Namaste. Thanks, Thomas, for the dad jokes, and thanks for the hugs. Bye.